Imagine this. You meet someone, and for some reason, you just can't stop thinking about them. Their energy, their confidence, the way they make you feel, there's something magnetic about them, something that pulls you in without them even trying. You start wondering, what is it about them that makes them so captivating? Well, guess what? That's the kind of power you want to have in your love life. You don't need to chase him. You don't need to beg for his attention. These 8 magnetic habits will make him obsessed with you without you lifting a finger. It's not about games or tricks. It's about harnessing the natural energy within you to create attraction effortlessly. And if your last relationship didn't work out, or things are feeling like they're falling apart, don't worry. The universe has a funny way of shifting things around to give you exactly what you deserve. Remember what Napoleon Hill said, "What the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve." When you start believing in your own worth and tapping into your magnetic power, you'll naturally attract the right kind of energy, the right people, and the right kind of love. Before we dive into these life-changing habits, go ahead and press that like button and subscribe. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next, because these habits are about to change the way you approach your relationships forever. And here's a fun task. Type magnetic energy in the comments to claim that power for yourself. Show him, the universe, and yourself that you're ready to unlock your true potential. Stay tuned because things are about to get exciting. Let's get started. Habit number 1, confidence is your superpower. Imagine this. You walk into a room and suddenly all eyes are on you. No one's staring because you're trying to get attention. It's not because you're dressed in the flashiest outfit or shouting across the room. It's because there's something magnetic about the way you carry yourself. The energy you radiate is undeniable. That, my friend, is the magic of confidence. Confidence is like a superpower. It doesn't need to announce itself, it simply is. Think of it like the sun. The sun doesn't chase after the moon, right? It doesn't have to. The moon is naturally drawn to it. Similarly, when you exude confidence, you don't have to chase attention. People are drawn to you without you having to lift a finger. It's a pull that happens naturally. And here's the best part. It's something you can control. Have you ever had a friend who walks into a room and just owns it? Maybe she's not the loudest or the most outgoing, but there's something about her. People just want to be around her because she radiates this quiet yet powerful energy. It's like she's got this magnetic force field, and she doesn't even realize it. Well, guess what? That's the kind of energy you can create too. And no, it's not about pretending to be someone you're not. It's about tapping into the best version of yourself and showing up confidently every single day. Now, I know you might be thinking, what if I don't feel confident? What if I feel awkward or unsure? Listen, confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you build, step by step. Napoleon Hill said, "Success is the sum of small efforts, repeated day in and day out." This means that every little action you take, every time you choose to stand tall, to believe in yourself, is building your confidence. It's like working out a muscle. The more you flex it, the stronger it gets. For example, think about the first time you did something outside your comfort zone, like speaking up in a meeting or trying something new. It felt a little scary, right? But after you did it, you realized it wasn't that bad. And with each time you do something new, you build a little more confidence. That's how it works. You keep showing up as your best self, even when you're unsure. And before you know it, that small effort starts paying off big time. Napoleon Hill also said, "What the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve." This is a powerful reminder that confidence starts in your mind. If you can see yourself as confident, if you can believe it deep down, then you can make it a reality. It's all about shifting your mindset. Don't wait for the perfect moment to feel confident. Create that moment by believing in yourself now. So here's your affirmation for today. I am magnetic and confident. Type it in the comments and say it out loud, because confidence starts with you. Believing in yourself is the first step in making others believe in you too. Now, keep practicing this habit and stay tuned. There's more magic coming up next. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's next. Habit number 2, keep him guessing. The power of mystery. Imagine you're reading a mystery novel. The pages are turning and you can't help but keep going because there's always something unexpected just around the corner. It's the suspense, the unknown that keeps you hooked. Now imagine that mystery isn't a book at all. It's you. That's right. The power of mystery is one of the most magnetic forces you can have in your dating life. And the best part? You don't even have to work that hard at it. Think of yourself as the cliffhanger in a story. You don't have to give everything away at once. Instead, leave him craving more. Keep him intrigued. Just like a good mystery keeps the reader coming back for more, you want to create an atmosphere of curiosity. Let him wonder about you. Don't spill every detail in the first conversation or even in the first few weeks. The art of keeping him guessing is what builds the attraction. Ever had a friend who shares every little detail about their life? What they ate for breakfast, what they watched on TV, where they're going on vacation? It can feel like you're getting the entire plot of their life all at once. It's exhausting, right? You lose interest. But imagine a friend who shares just enough to keep you hooked. Maybe she tells you about an adventure she's planning but leaves out the details. Or she mentions an exciting new project but you don't know how it will turn out. Now that's a friend who keeps you intrigued. And that's exactly the effect you want to have. Napoleon Hill once said, "Every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit." This ties perfectly into the idea of mystery. Sometimes, the less you reveal, the greater the benefit. When you leave some things unsaid or only partially revealed, you create anticipation. And anticipation, well, it's like a magnet. It draws people in. They want to know more, to uncover the layers of who you are. And that, my friend, makes you irresistible. So here's your challenge. Start practicing the art of mystery by keeping some details of your life to yourself. Don't over-explain. Let him wonder about you. It's not about playing games, it's about creating a natural pull that he can't ignore. Now, here's your affirmation. I am the mystery he craves. Type it in the comments and say it out loud. Embrace the power of the unknown and let it work its magic. And guess what? This is just the beginning. Stay tuned because what's coming next is going to take this even further. Habit number 3, live your own life. Have you ever met someone who was so incredibly interesting? Not because they were trying to impress you, but because they had their own life, their own hobbies, and their own passions? They didn't need anyone's approval or validation to feel complete. There was just something about them that made you want to be around them more, even if you weren't sure why. They weren't chasing attention. They were simply living their life. Now imagine yourself as that person. Imagine being so engrossed in your own world, so passionate about your own journey, that you naturally attract attention without even trying. Think of yourself as a vibrant flower growing in the wild. A flower doesn't need to be placed in a vase to be noticed. When it's planted in the wild, thriving on its own, it stands out. It draws attention naturally because it's doing what it's meant to do. That's what happens when you focus on yourself, your passions, your growth, your journey. You become magnetic. People are drawn to you not because you're seeking attention, but because you're living life to the fullest. Let's say you're dating someone, and instead of dropping everything to be available at all times, you continue doing what you love. Maybe you go to yoga, hang out with your friends, or take a painting class. You don't stop living your life just because you're in a relationship. And guess what happens? He sees you doing your thing, living with passion, and suddenly he's intrigued. He's fascinated by the fact that you have your own world, your own goals, and your own sense of fulfillment. He begins to wonder, what's her secret? How can I be part of that world? This curiosity makes him want to be around you more. You haven't chased him or begged for his attention. You've simply been doing you. And that, my friend, is magnetic. Napoleon Hill once said, "A goal is a dream with a deadline." This quote isn't just about business or achievement, it's about your life. Your life is your goal, and living it fully with purpose and passion is the deadline that makes you irresistible. The more you pour into your own life, the more you attract people who want to be part of that energy. When you're focused on your growth and your happiness, that energy radiates, and people can't help but be drawn to it. So here's your challenge. Start investing in your passions today. Take a class, go out with friends, dive into a hobby that excites you. The more you grow, the more irresistible you become. Your life is the most attractive thing about you. So don't wait for anyone else to validate it. Start living it now. And here's your affirmation. I am my own world. Write it in the comments and say it out loud. Live your life with passion and purpose, and watch as everything else starts to fall into place. This is just the start. Stay tuned because what's coming next will make this all even more powerful. Habit number 4, emotional resilience. Handle life's ups and downs like a pro. Life isn't perfect, and neither are relationships. We all face challenges, setbacks, and moments that don't go according to plan. But here's the truth. What makes someone truly magnetic is their ability to handle life's ups and downs with grace. It's about staying steady, calm, and strong, no matter what life throws at you. When you can navigate the storm with confidence, people, especially him, can't help but admire your inner strength. Now imagine this. You're a tree in a storm. The wind howls, the branches shake, but you stand tall, unshaken. Your roots are deep, your trunk is sturdy, and you weather the storm with resilience. This is emotional resilience. It's about standing strong through life's challenges and not letting them knock you down. The winds of adversity may try to sway you, but your inner strength keeps you grounded. You don't crumble, you rise, and that's what draws people to you. Think back to a time when things didn't go as planned. Maybe you had a rough day at work, or a personal situation didn't turn out the way you hoped. Instead of falling apart, you handled it. Maybe you took a deep breath, found a way to fix things, or just accepted the situation and moved forward with grace. People are naturally drawn to your ability to stay composed and rise to the occasion. And here's the kicker. This resilience is not only attractive, it's magnetic. It makes him want to be near you, to learn from you, and to be part of that calm, steady energy you radiate. Napoleon Hill once said, "Patience, persistence, and perspiration make an unbeatable combination for success." This applies perfectly to emotional resilience. It's not something that happens overnight. It's built through persistence, patience, and self-worth. When you face challenges and continue moving forward, even when it's tough, you build emotional strength. And with that strength, you create a magnetic pull that draws people in, especially the ones who appreciate resilience and inner power. So here's your challenge. Practice handling life's challenges with grace. When something goes wrong, take a deep breath, stay calm, and show yourself and the world that you can handle anything that comes your way. Emotional resilience isn't just about bouncing back. It's about moving forward stronger than before. And here's your affirmation. I rise with grace. Type it in the comments and say it out loud. Embrace your emotional resilience and watch how it changes the way you approach life and relationships. Stay tuned because what's coming next will help you harness that resilience in even more powerful ways. Habit number 5, keep the fun alive. A relationship without fun is like a plant without sunlight. It just withers. You need that spark, that lightheartedness, that energy that keeps things fresh and exciting. Without fun, relationships can start to feel heavy, predictable, and stale. But when you keep the fun alive, you create a bond that's vibrant, full of life, and impossible to ignore. Think of yourself as a spark. When you're full of excitement, joy, and energy, you light up the world around you. People, especially him, can't help but be drawn to your energy. You become the person they want to be around because you make life feel a little brighter. And guess what? That's magnetic. You don't have to be a stand-up comedian or always be on. But when you infuse each interaction with a sense of fun and lightness, it's like you're throwing a little magic into the mix. Ever gone on a date where everything just clicked? The mood was light, the laughter flowed effortlessly, and you both felt totally comfortable, enjoying the moment? That's because you weren't trying too hard. You were both having fun and being yourselves. And guess what? Fun is contagious. When you're having a good time, it's almost impossible not to share that energy. He'll be hooked not just by who you are, but by the way you make him feel excited, happy, and alive. And that's the kind of attraction that lasts. Napoleon Hill once said, "Don't wait. The time will never be just right." We often wait for the perfect moment to make something special happen, whether it's the perfect date, the perfect setting, or the perfect mood. But here's the truth. The best moments are created, not found. Don't wait for life to hand you the perfect circumstances. Create those moments with your energy. Be the one who brings the fun, the laughter, and the excitement. Your positivity will not only brighten his day, but make you irresistible to be around. So here's your challenge. Infuse every interaction with fun. Whether it's a date, a phone call, or just a casual hangout, make sure you're bringing that spark with you. The more you make him laugh, the more he'll want to be around you. And trust me, the more fun you have, the more magnetic you become. And here's your affirmation. I am the fun he craves. Type it in the comments, say it out loud, and remember, fun isn't just something you have, it's something you give. Keep the energy high and watch how things shift. Stay tuned. What's coming next will take your attraction to the next level. Habit number 6. Be supportive, not needy. Support is powerful. Needy behavior, not so much. When you're emotionally independent and supportive, you create an environment where a relationship can thrive. But when you're needy, constantly seeking validation or attention, it can drain the energy of both you and the person you're with. Being emotionally self-sufficient is one of the most attractive qualities you can have. It's not about being cold or distant. It's about creating a healthy balance where you support each other without losing your individuality. Imagine a tree with deep roots. The tree doesn't need anyone else to stay grounded. It's stable on its own. Its roots are firm and strong, but those branches, they're the supportive connections. They reach out, they give shade, and they offer comfort. But they're still connected to the tree, and their strength comes from the tree's solid foundation. In the same way, you want to be the tree. You want to have strong emotional roots, standing tall and grounded on your own, and then have the ability to support others without losing your own stability. Let's put this into a real-life example. Imagine he's going through a rough patch. Maybe he's having a tough time at work or dealing with some personal issues. Instead of seeking attention, you're there to listen and support him, offering a shoulder to lean on. You give him the space to process and work through his emotions, but you don't let his issues become yours. You're there for him, but you don't lose your own sense of self in the process. That's magnetic. You become the calm in his storm, the one he can count on, but not the one who needs him to fix everything. Napoleon Hill once said, "Whatever your mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." This quote is so important when it comes to emotional independence. You're not weak for needing support. We all do from time to time. But the magic happens when you can stand strong on your own while still being there for others. When you believe in your own worth and emotional stability, you naturally become the kind of person people want to be around. And when you're emotionally independent, you create the kind of attraction that draws the right kind of attention, supportive, loving, and fulfilling connections. So here's your challenge. Be the supportive, stable partner who encourages growth, both your own and his. Stand strong on your own and offer support without losing yourself. That's the kind of relationship that lasts and thrives. Here's your affirmation. I am strong and supportive. Type it in the comments, say it out loud, and remind yourself that emotional independence is your superpower. Keep nurturing your own strength and watch how it transforms your relationships. And trust me, what's coming next is going to take your magnetic energy to a whole new level. Stay tuned. Habit number 7, always be growing. People are drawn to growth. There's something magnetic about someone who is constantly learning, evolving, and striving to become better. When you're in a continuous state of growth, not only do you become a better partner, but you also become more captivating to everyone around you. It's the kind of energy that draws people in, especially him. Think of yourself as a river. Rivers are constantly flowing, always moving forward. The more they flow, the more they carve paths through the landscape, shaping and changing the world around them. Stagnation, on the other hand, is what turns things dull. Just like water that stops flowing can become murky and still, when you stop growing, things start to feel flat. So always keep moving forward. Your energy, your curiosity, and your passion for life will naturally captivate everyone around you, especially him. Let's take a real-life example. Imagine that you're someone who's always learning something new, whether it's picking up a new skill, reading an exciting book, or exploring a new place. Maybe you start taking cooking classes, traveling to new countries, or diving into a hobby you've always wanted to try. As you evolve, you share your experiences and lessons with others. And what happens? People around you, including him, start to notice. He begins to wonder, what's next for her? What new adventure will she go on next? That's the power of always evolving. When you're living your life with purpose and curiosity, you naturally attract people who want to be part of that journey. And guess what? He'll be hooked because he wants to know more about your world, your experiences, and your passions. Napoleon Hill once said, "Success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out." This applies to growth in every aspect of your life. It's not about one big dramatic change. It's the small, consistent steps that you take each day to improve yourself. Maybe you pick up a new book or learn a new language. Maybe you take up a new hobby or challenge yourself to step outside your comfort zone. Each of these small efforts adds layers to your personality, making you more intriguing, more dynamic, and more magnetic. The key to this is consistency. Growth isn't just about having a moment of change. It's about creating a lifestyle of growth. The more you invest in yourself, the more your energy will naturally draw others in, because people are attracted to those who are always evolving. So here's your challenge. Invest in yourself every single day, whether it's learning something new, experiencing something different, or simply taking the time to reflect and grow as a person. Keep moving forward. Growth isn't just attractive, it's magnetic. And here's your affirmation. I am always evolving. Type it in the comments, say it out loud, and remind yourself that the more you grow, the more irresistible you become. Keep growing, keep evolving, and watch how your energy starts to captivate everyone around you. And stay tuned, because what's coming next will only make you even more magnetic. Habit number 8, know when to let go. Sometimes the most magnetic thing you can do is let go of expectations, of control, and of the need to keep everything perfect. We often think that in order to make things work, we need to hold on tight, control every detail, and make sure everything goes according to plan. But the truth is, the more tightly you grip something, the more you risk damaging it. Sometimes, letting go is the key to creating space for something even better to come into your life. Think of it like gripping a delicate flower. The more you hold on to it, the more you risk crushing it. But if you let it go, it has the freedom to bloom and grow in its own time. The same goes for relationships. When you try to control every aspect, the pressure builds and it can cause strain. But when you allow space for things to unfold naturally, they have room to grow and evolve in a way that feels effortless and beautiful. Have you ever been so attached to the outcome of a situation that it backfired? Maybe you were putting pressure on yourself or someone else to make something work, and the harder you tried, the more it slipped through your fingers. Letting go of that need to control the outcome can actually create space for things to unfold in a more organic way. When you stop forcing things, they often come to you when the time is right. It's like releasing a balloon into the air and watching it float effortlessly. When you let go, the universe takes care of the rest. Napoleon Hill once said, "What we can do or what we think we can do, we do." This is so powerful when it comes to letting go. If you believe that things have to happen in a specific way or at a specific time, you may limit the possibilities that the universe has in store for you. But when you stop forcing the outcome and trust the process, things start to flow more naturally. You become magnetic because you're no longer clinging to expectations. You're embracing the flow of life, and that's incredibly attractive. So here's your challenge. Practice letting go of control and allowing things to unfold naturally. Trust the process, release the pressure, and see how things shift in your relationships and life. Here's your affirmation. I trust the flow of life. Type it in the comments, say it out loud, and remind yourself that sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is to release control and let things evolve. And there you have it, 8 powerful habits to make him obsessed with you, all rooted in personal growth, confidence, and emotional resilience. When you embrace these habits, not only do you attract the right kind of attention, but you also become the best version of yourself, magnetic, confident, and unstoppable. Remember, it's all about letting go, having fun, and growing every day. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who could use a little extra love advice. Stay tuned for more tips to level up your love life.